Mother, log off your gambling site and vacate the living room.
Fuck you, bish, I gots to gamble.
I need to do my Godot-centered internet show.
But nobody watches your gay little internet show.
Mother, you leave me no choice. Nobody messes with my gay little internet show.
Alright, yeah, what's up? Yeah, we're back at it. We're going to do some coding, and then I'm going to do a, I don't know, like a different stream later on tonight, probably around like 10. I'm going to do like, I'm going to call it the Kino Corner. We're going to discuss Kino Casino on a Kick channel, and I got clips of all the people they normally felt on, so I'm going to fuck with them. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just bored as shit. I felt like doing that tonight because I have nothing better to do, so it should be pretty fun. There's a Discord if you're into that, the drama content. That shit's great. But right now we're going to work on the fucking Kingdom of Fate shitty video game I've been working on. So I'll demonstrate what we have. Yesterday we were working on the Snail Man. The audio muted. Oh. Am I still muted? Very quiet. Hey, all right, let me see if I can fix this. Hold on. Turn the mic up. What are we at now? Hold on, let me, advanced audio properties. I'm gonna fucking mic. Wonder if that's the wrong mic. Hold on. Was this mic better? No, that's not the right fucking... Alright. Advanced audio properties. We're going to turn this up. 10 decibels. Is that louder? Is that better? It seems like it's better. It looks better in the waveform. Is that audio hopefully better for everyone? Alright. I'm just going to keep going. I think I fixed it. If it's too quiet. Okay, awesome. That's better. Yeah, if I gotta turn it up or whatever, just let me know. I can fucking do that. Awesome. So I'll just go over the combat we have real quick. It's not super advanced. It's basically just based off distance, really. Distance and the amount of energy they have. So we have these guys over here. We can come over near them and they see us. So they'll shoot fireballs until they run out of magic, and then they'll come and try and beat us with a stick until they run out of stamina, at which point they will go into a blocking state or a backstep and still continue to shoot fireballs. So, and the idea is that if you come in to try and hit them, they should backstep and dodge your attack like that. It's basically just raycast coming out of him. Like if I turned on collision, you'd be able to see the raycast. And then to make the fireballs look better, we need to make them not go for our feet. We need to make them go for like a middle area. And he also has way too much health. We shouldn't be hitting him this many times. We also need sound. I need to get sound effects for all this shit because it's really boring to hear it not have any sound. I didn't really have any plan for night. I was gathering clips for my drama stream later. I got some good clips of iDubbbz and Anissa. I just went to Kiwi Farms. I'm basically just going to the latest Kiwi Farm shit and reading off their stuff. But yeah, there's some pretty funny stuff there. She looks really bad with no makeup on. And then I guess, yeah, I mean, I know that's like petty and everything, but she's like one of the most petty people ever. So it's good to get in there. And then iDubbbz reacted to his boxing coach. He was saying that like Denny's is known for being the place the average person goes, and I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, man? Like that's like Wawa. Like if you're talking about like trade people that like get up and go to work and do construction shit, like Wawa and Sheetz are like where they go. They don't go to fucking Denny's. What are you talking about? Need terrible SFX. Stoic Chronicles is doing a lot of good iDubbbz stream clip archives. Oh, I have to check that out. But anyway, our combat really kind of sucks right now. It just takes too long to kill these guys. We need to do more damage, and they also need to stay dead. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's fix the dead glitch, and then we have the Snail Man. Oh, I did want to work on him. We got to add a trail to him. Let me do this. I got to get Sublime text. I got to grab a new file. What do we need? I'm trying to keep my cat off my bed, so if you see a cat jump up on the bed, let me know, and I'm going to fucking shoot it in the face. Just kidding. Alright, what do we need? I just forgot what I was going to do. Winged Devil. Winged Devil needs to stay dead and start working on snail trail. So those are the two things we're going to do, and then get sound effects from I don't know what I'm going to get them from. I guess we could do, what is it, free open game art or whatever. Open game art, maybe. Or I just record them from YouTube with Audacity, or record from YouTube with Audacity. I could make them, but I have no idea how to do that. So I'd have to like ask ChatGPT and find a good program, or Google it out and find a good program. And then by the time I do that, it's probably better just use somebody else's, honestly. So I got to go over here to Files, and we'll open our Kingdom of Fate. We'll open that up, and if we're at the Winged Devil right here. So as far as chase player, we need to do a death check. And do we have a dead flag? And not dead. We should make a dead flag that we can just check. I want to do it right at the top, really. At on ready var dead. We'll call it is dead. Yeah, is dead equals false. Get a cat. Get off the bed. You can't be on the bed. Come here. You can't be on the bed. Alright. Is dead. We'll start it off at false, and then we gotta flip it when we die. So when we move into the death state, should be down here somewhere. Yeah. We'll just flip it. Dead equals true. And we'll check where is alright, so when we're chasing the player, where's that? Control F, chase, and not is dead. Cool. So we shouldn't even do that. I think we should do that somewhere else, though. I'm gonna get rid of that, and then I think when we actually move into the state, we could just do this. When we move into the state, if we just have to switch to dead. I think that's what we should do. So in the chase state, we'll do. Oh, we're flipping into the dodge state. That's the problem. So we need to do this. If is dead. If is dead. We can just say next state equals dead. States dot dead. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so that way we should never actually play this, and then we should put a return here, right? Like we don't want to. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. It should only do this one time, flip here, and then go into the next tick and go into the dead state. So I think we should be okay with that. Let's hit him and see if he pops back up if we... I'm going to turn on the debug visible collision shapes just so you can see the raycast. It's these raycasts right here. So if we get too close to him, he will jump backwards because we're hitting those casts if he's in the exited stamina phase. If he doesn't have enough stamina to beat us. So if he still has enough stamina to beat us, he's just going to go for the attack no matter how close we are. I think that's a better way to do it. You know, have them be like relentless than opposed to have them being like, you know, cowardly or whatever. It'll be harder for the player. So let's go to the castle and we'll run that. Oh man, that's a lot of collision. So their detection area, I guess, doesn't work. But he's after me now. All right. Yeah, so we're colliding. We're seeing the collision. Let's let him swing at us. All right, so you can see he jumps back. So it's kind of like, oh, it's just jumping back and jumping back, but he's regaining magic while he's jumping back. So that's pretty interesting. Now we just got to kill him and make sure he can't come back from the dead. I'm going to have to do some more to this. We're going to have to give him more of an ability to react and respond to your attacks. I just don't know how to do that yet. I'm still kind of thinking that through. Plus, this could be more simplistic if we have more enemies. How's it going, Rhythm of the Night build? I recognize your username from the Kino Casino chat, so I'm going to tell you we're doing a. I'm going to do a Kino show. Call it Kinda Kino on this kick stream at around like 10. I got a bunch of clips of iDubbbz and shit. We're basically just going to rip off the casino formula. All right, so that doesn't. We got to fix that as well. Let me hit him again and make sure. So if I go in his if I go in his like vision tunnel, he can see me and it makes him come back from the dead. So we got to fix that. But then it's funny because he gets like within these raycasts and he realizes, oh, I am supposed to be dead. So we just have to do the same thing we just did to the other thing. But yeah, I went. Hold on, I'll show you my tabs we're going to use later. We got some maybe some Lord of Patriarchy. We got some merch stuff that I got. We got some Anissa stuff, some iDubbbz, and just some general stuff that I thought was funny. So we'll probably go over some of that. But yeah, I'm probably going to do that around 10 p.m. On the Kick channel, and I probably won't do it on YouTube. And I might do a call-in. I might have people call in and talk shit. I have no ability to make money on Kick. So it's kind of like, it doesn't really even fucking matter. It's just like, we'll talk as much shit as possible. But yeah, I mean, everyone's going through Kino withdrawal. There's been no casino. You know, who knows what's going on over there. Maybe Canada has fallen. As far as I know, fucking Prime Emperor of Canada, Justin Trudeau, is now just gallivanting around the world with... oh, what's that chick's name? I want to say Katy Perry, but I also want to say Rihanna. And I also want to say, like, Nicki Minaj, because they're all kind of, like, a fucking amalgamation of terrible in my brain. But it's one of them. It could also be the firework chick. Is that Katy Perry? Or is that? Oh, it's Taylor Swift, isn't it? Isn't it a Swiftie? I can't remember which one it is, but she's with one of them. He is with one of them. Maybe we'll do a Trudeau update too. Oh, you know, it's a trippy video to watch is the Bill Gates getting hit in the face with a pie in like the 90s. That's a good one. But yeah, we need to change this one over here. We basically just have to add this to some other states, a little dead check. So in the block state, we'll just do it in the first frame. And if we had divine intellect, if we were smart, we probably would put this out to a different function, but we're not gonna. We'll do it in the attack state as well. And you might say, why don't you just do it up at the top of this match statement? And I don't know. Oh, you know where we do need to check? Well, if we're checking here, we shouldn't have to check again somewhere else. This should fix it. Bam. Bam. There we go. In the idle, we do it. Damn, we never do a check here? That's crazy. Let me grab this and throw it there. If it's on the first frame, then we'll do a dead check and we'll return. Oh man, I did watch, it was very funny. I saw Mad at the Internet. Oh, someone's got to remind me to bring that up during the show, but I saw Josh's coverage of Anissa's tattoos, and it was a very good, that was so fucking funny. And when he AI generated the picture of Anissa's tattoos, and it was better than the one she had, I fucking lost my shit. That was so fucking good. I'll probably bring that up, just because it's, you know, we're going for low-hanging fruit. But yeah, let's go ahead and run this. This should work now. We shouldn't be getting out of that state. How's it going, Sober Ricada? I didn't even see your username. All right, let's. We got to kill one of these guys. You know what? I'm gonna give them less health. Let me exit the game real quick. We got to go to. We have a data sheet with their things on it, with their health on it. So if I go to this enemies JSON, we have our Devil Adept, which is that guy. This is his current health. We're going to take it down to like 30. There we go. And let's try that. That should work a lot better. All right, so we're gonna swipe this guy. There goes half his health. Oh, also, if we hit him and he doesn't see us, he just kind of stands there like, you know, like a fluoride stare, SSRI type guy. So now, if we invade his space, it's funny because he's gonna keep going back to the dead animation. So we need to do the check before we tell him to go to the next state. Because it's funny, he's like coming back just to die. What a hell. A hell on earth we've created for this guy. A friggin' Lazarus effect over here. What happens if I hit him? Can I hit him? Does he like flinch? Or are we disabling his shit? I guess we're disabling it because I can't hit him. Alright, so let's do that. That if they hit you, then you should probably recognize there's a player around them. And I thought about how I'm going to do the stealth mechanic, and I guess what I'm going to do is, I think this is how it should be done. So we're basically going to make like a ring around this guy. Kind of like, you could just imagine this green ring as like his stealth ring. So there'll be like, you know, this will be like 75% chance of not seeing you. This one right here is going to be like 50% chance of not seeing you. And then this one will be like a 25% chance of not seeing you, you know, based on your level. Assuming you were like you know, like moderately stealthy, that would be the way we would do it. And then I think what I would do is have like an impulse check. So every like maybe like 2 or 3 seconds, and this would, like, depending on your level, if your level was higher, then you would get less impulses. So it would be like every 4 seconds there would be a check to see if you would be discovered. So it's like based off the rings you're in. So if you're in, if you're halfway between this ring and that ring, and then you know, we're doing an impulse check every 2 seconds based on your level, you'd have like a 30% chance of being detected every 2 seconds in this area. And there would be like a marker, and it would count down and be like, you know, impulse check 1, boom, 2, boom, and then it would show you like the like your actual percentage of being discovered. So it's not like all those other stupid games where you have no fucking idea what's going on. There would be like an actual percentage showing you, like, here, you might get discovered by 30% in the next 2 seconds, so you have to make this move count. I'm sure that's, you know, probably autistic as fuck, but I think that's how I'm going to do it. Does that make sense, or is that really stupid? Alright, so let's go and fix the devil first. We're going to go Winged Devil, GD, and we'll do, where was I even, when we chase the player, let's see, on hitbox, body entered. Okay, that's when we deal damage. This is when we detect the player. So we're gonna say this, and not note is dead. And not is dead, so we won't do anything. And yeah, cool, nice. So that should look pretty good. Let's run that. He should stay in the dead state now, or at least yeah, he should stay in the dead state, right? He shouldn't flip around. I don't know. That would make more sense to me. All right, let's hit him. Oh, we still don't have that accounted for. He won't recognize us once we hit him. We still have to get within his range. Can we fight 2 of them at once? I really should include a 3rd person, but then I'd have to make an entire character model. And I think these guys need to lunge forward when they attack you. Otherwise, they probably won't hit us. So if we go into his area again... Oh, he's still getting the fuck up. But he's going back to dead. Cool. So these don't activate it. But that does. So let's check that out. There's a cricket in my house. Oh, thank God. Fucking piece of shit. What do I need to do? How do I fix that? I thought I fixed it right here. And not is dead. That's probably the wrong one. It's probably this one right here. If body isn't group player and body and is and not is dead. There we go. Now we should be doing it. Make the model something random that the player will never see. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I guess yeah. We should be good here. Nice. I might have to go get some coffee in a second because my coffee just finished. So let's see. We gotta kill one of these guys. How am I out of stamina? I only did 1 swing. There we go. I need to have stamina reheal faster. Cool, so he's actually dead this time, and nothing can take him. We gotta get rid of this collision shape as well. So that way it'll just be the body. We could also add some, like, some impact, some blood and stuff like that. That would be good. We could do that pretty easy. Now stay dead. I mean, all we really need to do is... and these barrels are kind of fucked up, too, because these never go away. Can I actually jump on top of them? I can. I can jump on top of the barrels. Oh, guys, we could make a Minecraft video for all the little zoomers of me jumping around. Guys, they love those. Their brains are so rotted, you can just make videos of people jumping around like this on Minecraft stuff. And they'll watch it all day. There's I was seeing that they're making some new AI platform that's like going to be, you can AI generate like your own content. So it's like, it's geared around AI generating your own content and posting it to social media and having it there as your channel. And it's just like the most brain-rotted fucking thing I've ever seen. Some Zoomer was talking about it today on his show. I think it's like, it was like Slop Tent Network or something. It was like, there was literal gameplay footage in the back, but I was like, damn, that's probably horrible for your brain. Alright, let's do something. What do we got to do? I guess we could get some sound effects, but I'd have to open up a whole bunch of tabs, and I already have like a million open. Let's go take a look at the Snail Man. So we'll grab our player and bring him over. We probably should do a thing where our Snail Man's not moving around. Can we see our Snail Man from over here? There's really no vantage point. Oh man, let's put him up on top of the tower and see if we can see him. That's because my game has such gravity and depth. It's very culturally significant. Let's put him there and see if we can see. So we shall descend from the heavens. And there is our Snail Man over there. He's moving around. Hold on, I'm going to turn off all the collision. Debug. Visible collision shapes. Does that turn it off? No, it doesn't. I have to restart it. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we can see our snail guy over there moving around. We can see our devils walking on a path over there. They both have like nodes to follow around and move to. He's just following between 3 nodes, so we need to actually give him something to do. And what I want to do is have his have some type of slime trail behind him. I just don't know how I'm going to do that. I guess I could have it like summon, not summon, but like put little JPEGs behind him, like he's leaving trails of shit or whatever. Or we could have like I guess you wouldn't want to do anything 3D. I guess you would want to actually paint the map that he's walking on. Some type of shader or something. But yeah, I guess the idea for this guy wasn't that he would try and hurt you unless you attacked him. It would just be that he was going to have like poisonous sludge that he's leaving everywhere that goes away after like 5 or 10 seconds. I might ask ChatGPT what he thinks. I probably will, just because I don't really have any experience doing that type of work before. But yeah, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Sorry, and my coffee's ready. I'm gonna just grab some coffee, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put BRB. All right, yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, I'm back. I got my coffee and shit. Nice. Let me turn this back on. We'll turn that off. And I'm gonna lower the volume. We'll still have the music going. Will be cool. I'm gonna go to this Newfi playlist that we've heard a million fucking times and play that one. Actually, you know what? I can't even fucking do that right now. What's this one? Should be good. Fuck it. No music. No music. You get to sit here. Here's the fan. There you go. What do you think about that? I like that. Fucking art list. Everything sounds like absolute fucking shit. And then you go to like, it's always trying to push you into like the worst type of fucking like rap music. It's just like, dude, why don't you have anything of any fucking value on there? You have like hundreds of songs and all of them are like either gay hipster shit or like just like degenerate like female rappers. And it's like, you know, can you just have like fucking, if I type in like lo-fi hip-hop beats on YouTube, it's like fucking perfect. It's just like jazzy shit, nice, you can listen to it all fucking day. And you go on Artlist and you type that in and it's like, I don't know, it's the worst. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with a different fucking service, but I already paid for it this month. I guess I shouldn't complain. All right, so let's go bother ChatGPT and see what he says. Another subscription service. All right. I am in Godot. For I have a snail character, a character body 3D. I'll just say I have a character body 3D who walks around randomly, who walks around in a path. I want him to shoot out a poison trail behind him. What do you think? 4.4. I want him to shoot out a poison trail behind him that lasts for a few seconds. What do you think? How should I set this up? How should I set this up? Question mark. Let's see what the Oracle says. Thinking longer for a better answer. Nice. Oh man, I added way too much creamer to my coffee. Look at this shit. It's like a fucking... Each area is an area 3D. It damages anything inside of that over time. Show a small projectile fog. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's one way I could do it. I mean, that's not really that hard, though. Emitter. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about, like, actual textures on the ground, but, you know, that really isn't that hard to do with just Area 3D, so that's probably the way to do it. I think I was trying to make it harder than it should be. So what would the poison this guy drops look like if we go and make a new 3D scene? I guess we'd use a sprite 3D, right? Probably a sprite 3D. We could make like a pool in... we could make like a puddle in Blender and then bring that over here, but that would require a lot more whatever. I'm gonna do this. Hold on. I know what to do. Make a slime texture for me to use on the ground. And hurry it up. I don't have all day, you fuck. Actually, I kind of do. kind of off today. What does that matter? All right. No, not like that, you fucking idiot. Not like that. Make a seamless texture I can apply to the slime, dummy. Give me 1 second. I just have to do something very important. Should be loading any time now. Come on now. Just because I clicked off the screen and I'm telling you to go and send this request to your server, I need you to burn down your fucking GPU for this shit, okay? It better be seamless. It better be shiny. It better be sparkling. It better be good shit. "16 times the detail." 16 times the graphics. Online MMO RPG elements. Alright, it actually looks pretty decent. I kind of like it. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice slimy texture. We'll save that. Let me do this. My fucking computer's fucked. Here we go. Alright, yeah, I'll save it to... Let's go... Home. Kingdom. Can you just work with me, Linux, for 1 fucking second? I don't care that I have a million tabs open. Alright. What do we got? Where am I going to put this thing? I guess I should put it with the enemy, so I'm going to put it with my enemy. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how I do it. Snailman, and we'll save it as green goo, not PNG. And I am aware that iDubbbz and Anissa are on the screen. Damn, dude, I hate her dog. I don't know. You know, that thing probably smells awful. That whole setup right there, dude. The entire setup of their shit with the sleeves on the mic. I don't know. It's very unlikable. We'll get to that later. Okay, so we got this. Let's add in that texture. Quick load. And we'll get the... Where's the goo? It wasn't goo, right? It was the slime. Yeah, everyone's like, oh man, I could possibly maybe someone would look at me if I had my dog on there. I mean, I'm really fucking boring. I have nothing to say or offer. But if I bring my cute little dog on there and I guilt trip people, damn, dude. I could confound the fucking 80 IQ Redditors if they see a dog. Where am I looking for? Oh, it's in the enemies. And I saved it as something. Green goo, there we go. Nice. So, I mean, this kind of works. Problem is, it's got, like, you know, the edges are all... I was kind of imagining more of like a Nickelodeon splat type deal. Is there a way we can change that? I guess we could make a custom thing in Blender. We probably should just do that. Let's open up Blender. Everyone and their dog has a podcast. Oh, I thought you said everyone has their dog on their podcast. Yeah, but yeah, I guess everyone and their dog does have a podcast now. It's really cringe when you see it's like comedians and they're having like all their friends out like on their fucking podcast. I hate that shit. Two bears, one cave. You know, if I met someone in real life and I was like, "What do you listen to at work?" and you're like, "Two bears, one cave," I would be like, "Dude, your head is fucking caved in. You're a fucking idiot." I'm gonna make sure my cat's not on my bed. Or who's that? Who's that guy? Oh, we gotta look into that. That Asian guy who does all the Asian roles in Hollywood now. The weird one with the pedophile mustache. He's got that show with the ginger guy who's a weirdo too. The actor, isn't it like Tommy Chong or something? Wasn't he like a massive simp and he paid this girl to come and live with him or some shit, and he like bought her an entire house. I heard that as like a rumor. I gotta look that shit up. All right, so what were we gonna do? We were gonna make some type of blob. I think we can just add a. We could add a cube. We could make like a liquid modifier and do it that way. How do we do a fluid modifier? I think we need to like add a. We'd have to say, shit, this would be a whole fucking deal. I think it would be much more effective for me to just do it this way. If I grab this thing and I bring it up and I shrink it down on the Z like that, and then kind of expand it out, and I'll just cut it a bunch of times. We go here, and I want to do like, I don't know, 25. And then we'll do another 25, and we'll grab, I guess we should do this. I'm going to grab this and maybe cut it like twice. Cool, and then I'm going to take the bottom one and push that one out more. Let me grab. Why the fuck doesn't it go all the fucking way around? That's so annoying. Alright, so if I grab that one and I turn on this and I expand that out, it's going to give it this type of shape. Nice, and I'm going to probably make it like, we'll make it fucking squares, why not? So that'll be fine, and I'm going to apply a modifier to it. I'm going to go Object, Shade Smooth, bring this shit down right here. We're going to add a modifier. It's going to be a Displace, and we'll make a new texture, and we'll make that a clouds texture. And we need to change the amount that it's affecting us. Alright, and then if I grab, we go to Image Texture, we open one up, we want to get the oh, right here, Enemies, perfect. And then we go to Material View, we go to Edit Mode, A, UV, Unwrap, and I'll probably make like a normal map and shit. I'm gonna go Control A, Scale, and then we'll unwrap it. UV, Unwrap, there we go. Fuck it, we'll do Smart UV Project then. What do you think about that? Whatever, I mean, you know, who knows. I'll probably mess with that a little bit. Do we want to have it like... In Godot, I think what I'm going to do is probably make it triplanar or whatever. So it'll be more like this, and it'll mesh better with the world. But yeah, I think, you know, we could do something like that. And just have these appear behind it. I don't know. I guess I could edit this more. We could go Edit Mode. I could go to Sculpt Mode. We go back to Layout. I'm going to do the sculpting here. I'm not like a super I don't really enjoy this whole making assets like this type thing, so I really just try and make them as fast as possible. I mean, I think it's fun, but it's not like, you know, it's not as productive. It feels like the coding and stuff is more productive when you're actually in Godot and stuff is going good. It's like better to me, I feel like, than just spending, you know, hours in here. All right. So we go to solid. Let's go to object mode. Cool. And then I think this will probably be, I'll probably have it in the floor like this. And I'm just going to have bubbles coming out of it or something. And then we could we animate it? Is there a way to do that? Can't I, we could do the displacement modifier, right? And then we could, coordinates, object, add, cube. We'll put that like underneath here. Actually, we could do empty, right? Let's just try this. I have no idea how it's going to work. We'll do, we're going to add a plane axis empty. We'll bring that down. And I'm going to take the object here. And so this, whoops. This object is now going to be that empty. So if I spin this empty, it should make that have that like weird warble effect. If I move it around, it'll do even better. So I'm probably just going to have this move around like that. Or what happens if I just rotate it? Yeah, rotating is fine. So if I go to my keyframes now on the animation, and I just go rotation, and then I move it here, and it doesn't really even matter how much I spin it because it's all the same. All right. Well, let me fucking turn off my bullshit. Alright, so if I run this, essentially that's what it's going to look like in the game. Nice, okay. Right, so that's not bad. And I'm probably just going to have that loop. We could have it move around too, but I have no idea how this is going to export to Godot. That'll be interesting to see. It'd be cool if they had some 3D bubbling particles. Yeah, I was thinking in Godot I might just have some 3D orbs, like just kind of coming up and then like, you know, fading out. That'd be much easier to do in Godot than it is in Blender, so I'm just going to do that there. I'm going to export this and see what happens. I have to apply this, right? How does that work? Let me actually ask ChatGPT really quickly. That was actually a good use for ChatGPT. Get off the screen, Anissa. You're greasing it up. Alright, so what are we going to ask? I have an empty axis that I am rotating using as the target for a modifier, using as a target for a displace modifier. In Blender, I have rotated the empty to animate the mesh using the modifier. So if I apply and export as a GLB, will the animation exist in Godot? Yeah, let's see. What do you think? Because I know you can't do that with like certain, like if you make like a fire effect in like Blender, you can't just export it to Godot. You'd have to export like meshes and shit. It doesn't understand the thing. Yeah, it is changing the modifier in Blender. So if I go here and I actually run it, well, it's actually not. It's not changing the modifier. What happens if I apply that? Yeah, see, now it doesn't run anymore. So I think I have to. I'd have to figure it out. Short answer, no. If you rotate an empty to drive a displaced modifier, then apply the modifier and export it to GLB, you'll either get a frozen mesh. Okay, that's what I'd expect. It'll just be a skeleton. It won't do anything. Cool. It'll be a damn skeletor. Not do a damn thing. It'll be all gay and shit. Option A, bake to a shape key. Morph targets. This keeps it close to your current setup and exports cleanly to Godot. In Blender, make 2 versions of the mesh. Basis, no displacement, max displaced. Okay. Select the basis. Shape keys on. Let's take a look. I could use an armature instead. Can't I just make 2 shape keys? Can't I just go like... we'll go... I think it's here, right? I've never made a shape key. Object mode. Remesh. Texture normal. Attributes. Face maps. Color attributes. UV maps. Vertex groups. Shape keys. Here we go. We'll say basis, and we make a, and then we move it. What does this do? Relative to basis. And so if I like shrink this down, and then I go here, and I make a new one. Is that saving? I guess I don't understand how this works. Let me take a look. In Blender, make 2 versions of the mesh. Basis, no displacement, and then a max displace. Set the empty to the most extreme rotation you need. Then apply the displace on a duplicate of the mesh. Oh, okay. How's it going, Penix? Select the basis mesh, then shift select. Join as shapes. Okay. Animate the shape key value over time instead of rotating the empty. Export include shape keys on. So let's try that. I've never done that before. We'll see if we can get it to work. We need to delete these. We don't need any of them. We just need to go back to here. I'm going to go to my animation and delete it. Yeah, we're just gonna delete that one. Cool. So we can basically just save right here, and then I gotta make. We're gonna Shift D, duplicate that, and we're going to apply this, and I guess then I'm going to hide that one. We'll go to this one. It still has the modifier, and we're going to spin it like that, and then we'll go here and apply that one, and now I'm going to Alt H, and we have both of them. So we say Control J. Whoops. How did it say to do this? It said to then shift select on the basis object, go to data properties, shape keys, menu. Okay. Data properties. Where the fuck would I find that? object, apply, snap, mirror, set origin, transform, asset, collection, relations, quick effects. All right, let me look at this again. Select the basis mesh, then shift select the max displaced mesh. I'm having a fucking stroke reading this shit. On the basis object, go to the object data properties, shape keys, menu, join as shapes. Okay, that makes more sense. We have these. We go here. We go to the shape keys. Join as shapes, dude. Oh. Now what? Now we go here. And we can what? Apply them. Now the basis has a new shape key, 0 to 1, representing the displaced state. Animate the shape key value over time instead of rotating the empty. Okay, so now that is an actual valid animation that Godot can pull data from, I guess. So if I hide this one, and I go to my basis, it doesn't do anything. But if I hide that one, so I guess we just have two little things to go between. But yeah, I guess so now I can keyframe that, and I can go to like 100 here, and then keyframe it again. And does that make an animation? I think it is moving, just too slow to see, right? No, it's not moving. How come it's not making any tracks? What the fuck? Alright, let me get rid of these. What the fuck was that? Alright, we're going to make a new one. If I go here and I keyframe this, why aren't my keyframes showing up? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Unless I guess they don't show up on down here in the action editor. Can I... So how do you keyframe it? Animate the shape key value over time instead of rotating the empty. The animation lives in the shape key waits. I have the shape key. I don't understand the animation. I don't understand how you're animating it. When I keyframe, I get no show on the Blender editor, on the Blender animation track. What do you got to say about that? Hover your mouse over that slider and press I. This inserts a keyframe on the value. Okay. Let's see. If I go here, and I hit I. Thing is, like, there's no... When I select it. Yeah, there's no keyframe showing up. I can hit I as many times as I want. And then if I play it back... I guess it is moving. It is animating. What the fuck? Where would it be animating at? That's so fucking stupid. So I put it at 0, and then I move it like here to 100, or just somewhere up here, and I put it like there. So it is animating. But I guess it doesn't update. Let me try that again. I think what I'm going to do is make it more evident of what's actually going on. I'm going to try going here to this one, and we'll just change the shape a lot more, and then we're going to try the, because I do want to figure out the keyframes, so I'm going to probably get rid of this one, and we'll grab this one and we'll just fucking sculpt it a little bit. I think that's the way to go. Go sculpt mode, and I want the good one, the snake hook. Where's the tools? Snake hook, there we fucking go. And so we'll bring this one out just a little bit. I probably should have more of a radius. I just want one kind of extreme position, and then we'll come back to the, I guess, regular position is what we're calling it now. And then we'll see. I'll just bring this shit up. It doesn't really even fucking matter. All this work for a fucking snail trail. So it said it doesn't really matter which one we call our basis as long as we have both of them selected, and then we got to go over here. We go to the shape keys and we say join as shapes. So now we have this one, and if I move that value, it goes to that one. So I can hide the larger one and grab this one and go here like that. So if I'm at 0 now, I keyframe it, and I move the timeline up to 20, and I go 1.0, and I keyframe it, and then I run this. Is it going to move? Awesome. So, and then at the 40, I just want it to go back down to 0. I don't know how I fucked that one up in the beginning. It's interesting that there's no keyframe showing up in the editor, so I just have to like remember where these are in my head. But yeah, that's what I want right there. It's just like a, you know, a poisonous blob, clearly. So 20 viewers, wow. 25 viewers, oh my god. Yeah, I think YouTube sometimes sends bots though. Like I got up to 75 viewers the other day, but there was like nobody in chat, so it was like clearly bots. And then Private Parts is another another game dev streamer, and he experienced the same thing. So I'm not sure. Sometimes it's bots, because like there's definitely not enough people typing. Like especially the other day when it said there were 75 people and there was like nobody typing. I was like, who the fuck is watching this? No one. I could be wrong though. All right, let's get rid of that empty because we no longer need it. So we learned a new technique live, and we're gonna export this thing and see if it works. I got something like that in the corner of my shower. Nice. Kitty cat, you can't be in my lap. Sorry. Sorry, I got shit to do. I'm very busy. Okay, so let's export it. Let's see what it do. Export GLTF. Kingdom of Fate enemies. Snail Man. We'll call this the Snail Trail. Snail Trail. And we have to include the shape keys, right? Shape keys selected. Awesome. You have something like that in the corner of your shower. I can't remember if I already read that or not. I worked at this fucking place where we used to fill molds full of this like super toxic foam. It was that foam they used to like insulate garages and shit, but this was like a different variant. We use this to make shower panel insulation and shit like that. That shit smelled so carcinogenic. It was fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but it was really cool. When it was hardening, you could like squirt it into a bag from the gun, and you could wrap it up like a basketball and throw it on the ground, and it would bounce way up in the fucking sky. It was super bouncy, and then once it hardened, it was like, you know, like actual rubber. It was crazy, but it also smelled. It smelled really bad. If you let it get wet, it would smell. There was some type of fermentation going on there. What were we gonna do? Flubber? It was close to flubber, yeah, but it wasn't. It was not a cool green color. It was like a yellow carcinogenic, you're gonna die type color. It also made this nice powdery stuff. We had to drill into it. We had an Indian engineer, so his idea of like how we were going to get this done was that we were going to have an assembly line of nothing but convicted felons, and they were going to drill the holes correctly into these shower tubs and then throw them down onto this line for these two other black women to check. And it didn't work so good because they all wanted to have these giant fans blowing all the fucking carcinogenic shit everywhere. And yeah, it was Indian engineering at our finest. At an American company, nonetheless. They hired this guy from India to come here and make this cancer teleportation system of, oh man, let's put big fans in front of the foam that's not good for you to breathe in. I hope you wore a mask at that job. Yeah, I also would turn off the fans because I would be like, hey guys, this is gonna spray fucking carcinogenic shit in our faces. And they're like, yeah, actually, it's very uncomfortable. I fucking hate it. Yeah. That was insane, man. Alright, so what are we going to do here? We need... There was a female engineer, too. We had a woman engineer. She was very intelligent. They gave her these the cutest little tools you've ever seen. They had like these little Tonka tools for her that were like made out of plastic, and I was like, are you fucking for real right now? That like you're trying to set up a manufacturing place in like a bad neighborhood, and you have like this woman from like college who's like 21 and she's gonna be our head engineer. You think this is gonna fucking work? And it didn't. Spoiler alert, it didn't. But yeah. What are we trying to do? The snail trail. Snail trail. Trail snail. Get rid of that shit. Throw it out. You don't need it. Make it local. Oh, how does that look? Awful. Looks awful. What else do we have? Key action. Can't change loop mode. Oh, okay. Oh, there's another one hidden underneath it. That's not bad. Okay, fine. I will fucking save it. Snail. Snile. Snail. Trail. Cool. We're going to Control Shift Save. Save it in the snail as the snail trail. What else would we do? What the fuck is it? Enemies. Snail man. Snail trail. Save it down. Now we can... Oh, what the fuck? You must open the scene and change the animations loop from there. Oh. Alright, so that means I have to exit it out and then go back into it. Snail trail. Snail trial. It's the snail trial. They're putting him on fucking trial. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. We have the animation player. We'll loop it. And I think I'm gonna do this. GPU particles. We're going to make some... What I want to do, I think I'm gonna do particle materials. I kind of want to do fucking sphere meshes and have them just kind of drift up. So if I make the material, we'll make a new goo material, I guess. Why not? I'll fucking go to the albedo. We'll quick load. Green goo, awesome. And we need to go up here. I'm gonna make this less because we don't really need all that geometry. Let's go like 10 and 10. Who cares? Particle process. Let's go. I guess the spawn now, and I think we need velocity, accelerations, gravity. Let's make it go up. We're gonna do a probably a point, probably a box actually. You know, just have it be the box that this thing is on. So like that. What would be the difference between the scale? That's interesting. Emission shape scale. So that's kind of cool. And then I just want them to shrink over time. Hold on, I gotta let my cat out. Alrighty. So we have these goo particles coming on up. Let's grab the... What do I want to fucking do here? The display, I kind of want to do a color curve, right? And then we have to go down here and say uses albedo. I think in the vertex color, uses albedo. We got to go down here and say we should be fine. Oh, we have to change the grow. Right? No. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to be changing that, but on the color, all I want to do is make a new color ramp. And we could change the... I don't really actually plan on changing this at all. So we'll have that be just normal. But as they go up in the sky... I want them to gain, you know, transparency. So we're going to do that and see how that looks. And then we got to go back and enable transparency. Transparency. Alpha. It's alpha, just like me. And then we got to go to GPU particles. We got this shit. We have, what are we doing? We want to make them smaller. So we go to the grow. Yeah, I think it should be on. No, it's not that one. Sorry. I keep going back to the same fucking shit. It's, where is it? Scale. We want to scale these. So I'm going to put a new curve in there. And we'll make them, you know, shrink as they go up. So something like that. That's not that bad. And then I think we should put a little bit of emission on this material as well, if we can. So we make it green and make it, you know, not like a whole lot. Maybe add like that or whatever, just so it's a little bit different. Or do we want it the same color as this? Should we do the same thing to here? Whatever, I think that looks pretty good. And I think I'm going to put a green light on it. Omni light, and we'll just put a, we'll go light, and we'll make it like a green light. Let's see what that looks like within our castle scene. So we'll go back to our snail. Where the hell is our damn fucking snail? I guess it doesn't matter where we instantiate this. We'll just put it snail trail. There we go. Go up over here, bring this shit right on over there. We'll see how big it is in relation to our snail. All that shit. These guys are supposed to be bigger than us, but this might be too big. And we might have to flatten out this area. I don't know why I made it so bumpy. I guess I thought I was cool making it, you know, like 3D or whatever. But we're pretty much going to have to flatten this area out to make it work better. Alright, let's run it. Cool, we gotta go get over there. We gotta go Godot. Fucking, do we even have collision on this? We don't. I could just walk right through. What the fuck? Guess we have shady collision there. Oh, the particles aren't emitting. Isn't that wonderful? And we didn't turn the animation to automatic, so it looks fucking awful. But, yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. Kitty cat, get off me. Let me see if I can just change that without exiting out of everything and walking back. Can we go to my snail trail, and we'll say GPU particles. Shouldn't they be emitting by default? We'll add like 30 of them. And then the snail trail animation player, we're going to animate and make it play automatically. I think maybe I pulled in the wrong one. Did I just pull in the GLB? Yeah, I pulled in the GLB. We want the TSCN. Did I really just pull in another snail man? I did. Alright, let's grab... Let me go back up. Node 3D, we'll go here. What am I doing? Not that one. We'll grab that shit. Snailman.tscn, not what I was looking for. Snailtrail.tscn. Trial, that's why I named it wrong. But we're not going to fix it because I'm way too cool for that. So we'll bring that shit over here. And I think we need to change the material up a little bit too. So I guess my intention is to have it be like that. It needs to follow the snail at one point and instantiate and not receive any more translation. Yeah, that's true. If I go here and I go to this and I go to the material, I go to metallic. I don't think that should be. I go to the roughness. I think I have to change the roughness. Do we want it super rough or have it somewhere like that, like super shiny? I think that would be better, right? Let's try that. Alright, we'll go over there. Gonna take fucking forever. I don't know why I started the guy over here. It was fucking stupid. That's probably way too many particles. But it does get the idea across that that is a dangerous area to be. Yeah, I don't know. We could use that as like a... It does look pretty cool. It's not bad. Yeah, that looks better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to look fucking awful, to be honest with you. I think it's still a little... The points are a little sharp, so if I went back in Blender and I put like shade smooth, I think I forgot to do that step, it would probably look better. But yeah, I can see this being used as our poison texture. So we just have to have it like instantiate around him. Yeah, I figured I would have these kind of like fade out of existence within like, you know, I guess we could keep shrinking the scale. So we could have him like do a trail of these, and they would kind of shrink in scale as he moved along. Then like maybe after 5 or 10 seconds they'd be gone. My main intention with it would be to have like just like 2 or 3 of the snails walking around in a small area to cause you problems. It wouldn't be like I want to have it do like a minimal amount of damage over time and just have it like visually annoying, so you're like trying to fight enemies in here. But it's not going to be like lava, you know, it's not going to immediately kill you. So yeah, I think it's a good way to do it. What time is it? 8:52. Cool. I'll probably get out of here for now. I think I'm gonna come back and do the Kino, the kind of Kino show on Kick later on. I think that'll be fun. I've done enough game development for right now. This is pretty fun. But yeah, if anyone's interested, I'm doing a Kino Casino fan show on my Kick channel. You can go there and check it out. We're going to talk about iDubbbz and Ricada, and well, probably not Ricada. Who do I have lined up? Mersh, pretty much all the general lolcows except for Review Tech because he's way too fucking boring. And yeah, if you want to talk shit about the casino or whatever, there's like a Discord. I'll post that. But yeah, for today I'm going to take off, and I also do this game programming. I try and do it like an hour a night, probably most nights, like 7, 8, or 9. I'm not sure when. But yeah, peace out, y'all. I'll be on later.